As Peter will take the face-off against Volotovsky to the right of Hood. Peter having a quick word with the linesman Trevor Shively about where Volotovsky was setting up, and the puck fought in the dot. Now Harrington and Volotovsky start to get into it. Now we're going to get a little bit of throwing and pushing, shoving, a little wrestling.
You can quite see what started this at the end of this period. The linesman doing a nice job keeping this from
escalating a little bit. Yeah, Hartman, who no stranger to the penalty box, now trying to get into it down there with Sather. And he's quickly separated as McIsaac came over to defend his teammate. I didn't see the arms go up.
The puck in as Fawcett will chase after it. Back out to center ice. We have a fight. Deschamps drops the gloves with Ryan Goer. And here we go at center ice, right at the logo. They square off. And they grab onto each other. Deschamps lands the first punch and takes him down. Dated Deschamps takes down Ryan Goer. And Regina getting the crowd into it as Deschamps throws his helmet and says, let's go.
Well, it was Dayton Deschamps who stepped up on Monday afternoon with a huge hit on Anthony Wilson. And him and Ryan Goer have a little bit of a conversation after they come together along the wall. They decided to shed the mitts. It didn't last long. Both of them squared off for quite some times. And Dayton Deschamps is a tough customer. So is Ryan Goer. But I think Deschamps got the deciding shot in there. Goer goes down to the ice and they separate them quickly, but both players early on in this first period trying to spark their hockey clubs. There's a look at the replay right there as Deschamps takes Goer down to the ice.
Huge here for Spokane, this final 440. Puck comes out to Armstrong. Oh, he took a late hit there. As that was Sharp, who just came out of the penalty box. And now, as you would imagine,
trying to get it Sharp and
now Armstrong's going
Martin at Sharp on top of him.
Yep,
Armstrong's taking whatever he can.
Yeah, Coco's ready to go for anything in a white jersey.
Clearly a hit after the whistle by Sharp as he was coming off to the bench.
I would have to think they've got to look at that as a 5. From Sharp.
Clear it up left wing. And they'll bump it out to center. Nice open ice hit by Patrick Sopiars, who gets hit hard from behind by McAloon. No call there, but now they're going to drop the mitts at center. An open ice hit by Sopiars. McAloon with the retaliation. Got away with no call there, but now they're going to drop the mitts right at center. Oh, a couple of early rates from Sopiars. Tristan Mitchell-McAloon looking to reply. Sopiars looking to get that left hand loose, stumbles a little bit. McAloon comes over the top of Sopiars' helmet with a couple of rights. Now Sopiars trying to regain his balance. They're tied up right at center ice. Now McAloon comes over the top. Sopiars gets the left arm over top. Now the two linesmen are going to step in. So not a lot of blows landed in that scrap, but as Sopiars waves to the crowd trying to get the faithful here at the Marchand Crane Century minute of the game, perhaps, Chris, that's a way to get some adrenaline going in this Rebels lineup with 8:06 left to go in the first.
By McCamey, but jumped on by Conway, and he holds on with 7:19 remaining in the third.
Yeah, the physicality has definitely picked up here in the middle stages of the third.
And that's more jumping there on Caffey for his hit on Valkonen. More having choice words for Caffey. I understand for Hayden Moore, that's in the Royals' eyes. 4 plays in a row you'd want a penalty against and none coming.
And I like that response from Hayden Moore. You know, they're down by 4 goals here. They're not getting the calls that necessarily that they want.
He'll take it out front, gets knocked into the net by Lewandowski. Gardner takes a bump there. Then Lewandowski gets another cross-check in on Camus. Blades are taking advantage of some, let's just say, penalties that are going uncalled here in the last 30 seconds or so, Chris, because Lewandowski just shoved Campbell from behind into the net and then gave him another cross check when he was on the ice. And of course, that comes on the heels of what happened on the previous shift where Kuzma was flattened away from the play. We're going to get penalties here, but we're going to probably end up even strength with 2:45 to go in the period. It's a 4-2 Saskatoon Blades.
Only cheating in is face-off won by Seattle. Merdka, top of the zone, fires a shot to traffic, tip puck in front, jammed into the pads, and somehow Stebatek able to keep it there. Keeper's got to be smarter here, just let go. That's Schmidt trying to get free of a Portland player, but I think they're going to call penalties here on both players involved in that scuffle in front of the Portland net.
It's the last thing you want to do, especially if you're Cameron Schmidt.
Going to take him and Piznichka to the box.
That, in many regards, is a trade that Portland would gladly take.
Penalties here at 13:36. Seattle will stay on the power play for a minute and 18.
A little bit of a stretch pass here, almost a rush, but broken up in time is Coy Funk. He's trying to find the opportunity. And now it looks like we got Kuryachenkov dropping the gloves with Caden Lemire. And here we go, they're unloading. Lemire, couple underhands, gets down and starts going on top and pounding Kuryachenkov. And Kuryachenkov got one good shot in, and the bigger Caden Lemire standing at 6'4". And Kuryachenkov, you kind of saw them squaring each other down behind the
far shot, misses blocker side wide. Paquette trying to pick up that loose puck, comes out of the right corner, but the Prince Albert net is off. And Pavlik taking a couple of shots there from Kelly in the Raiders zone. Rudolph and Paquette having words at center ice. They gonna call anything out of this? 7:08 in. They're just gonna take them both. It's Heisey that Trepke was involved with.
One get it done.